Hey, what's up? It is DJ. Here are your new and updated mods. Farm Sim 25 on Thursday, March the 6th. In total, 30 mods released. All platforms got 28 new and 1 update. PC Mac players also got 1 new. If you like staying updated with all the latest mods in Farm Sim, make sure you subscribe. And let's jump right in and check them all out. Starting off today, new ones for all platforms, the JCB Backhoe Loader from Kenny456. Talked a little bit about this in Farm Sim news recently, and it was even released in Farm Sim 22. So if you used it there, you're going to see the same things here. We do have 235 horsepower with a variable transmission, 500 liters of fuel, goes 34 miles per hour, and weighs 13.4 tons. Not that that matters, though. Fast coupler, auto tilt, you've got no and yes. We also have wheel brands of Nokian, Trelleborg, Michelin, and back in. We also have a couple different window options. Then we have main color, main 2, which is going to be all like those extra bits right there. Keep those black. And then you've got rim colors. Now we do have a bunch of attachments, and this is where it gets fun. So you got the universal bucket, which goes around towards the front. That is, as far as I know, the only attachment for the front. Then you've got a universal bucket, 2 of them, which go on the very back of it. One's 1,800 liters, the other one's 2,500 liters. And then you've got 2 different types of log grabs, one that's fixed and one that's a dangle option. And the same thing for the clamshell, which is going to be 2,500 liters. Additionally, you can use other attachments because the front loader is indeed a front loader. So you can use any front loader tool that you would like to use with the front. So here you are with everything set in stone. You got a nice little JCB backhoe here, which is very cool. Of course, front loader works as a front loader would work. It's a little bit behind, but I don't know. I've been having trouble with Farm Sim being a little bit behind with front loaders recently anyway. The backhoe is interesting because when you fold it up, the bucket's... the bucket's in there all right. I am not one for being able to move stuff very well, so I'm not even going to try, but you can do this. It works great. And if you need to, you've got stabilizers, which can be lowered down, which really makes things work well. Next up, we've got the Lizard 60. This is an auger wagon, however, it holds all bulk crops, so you can put things like seeds, fertilizer, wheat, barley, but you can also put things like forage, peas, and spinach, and cool stuff like that. Holds 6,000 liters of said things. You can throw a cover on the top if you would like, and we can even change the color of the cover. We do have wheel setups, but we don't have wheel brands, so you'll be able to pick up the setup that you like. Capacity can be bumped up to 8,500 liters, and then we've got colors for main and rim, and of course, we talked about the cover. Next up, another CLAAS mod. This one from Max Car, the CLAAS Cargos 9,500. This bad boy holds 44,000 liters. Goodness gracious. 235 horsepower is required on it, and it will pick up at 10 miles per hour. You do have different wheel options. You have silage additive tank, and then we've got colors. So you've got your main color is that green, the design color, which I'm going to change to pink just so you can see. It's basically like the whole bottom part of the frame. Keep that as gray. And then we've got another design color here as well, which changes up the white parts. This would look pretty cool in black, but I still look that white, or like that white color. And then of course, rim colors. Next one's Lowloader. This is the Goldhofer STZ special Lowloader. We do have a couple wheel options through here. So we start with Lizard, and we can make those continental if you would like. And in continental, we do have a standard 2, which are the larger version of those. You also have sidewalls of yes and no around towards the front. And then you've got a main color and rim color. From Cast in 18, a couple Boeckmann trailers, the TL and AL. As you can see, we have a double axle and single axle trailers, which could be used for just about whatever you want. They're not bulk, but they work like they would in real life. Well, I guess in real life they would work as bulk, wouldn't they? Nonetheless, let's not go down that road. We do have a couple different setups for the rims themselves. You could change up the rim color, which is very nice to see. So you make that match your stuff. But however, I'm noticing that on, these rims right here, the centers do not change color. So be aware of that. Next, I think is a new brand, the Madara Agro Dunav RNT series. Dunav? See, I shouldn't have to say these words. We've got 4 trailers in this pack. Ayo, we've got a smaller set, which is a 10,000 liter, and a 15,000 liter, another 15,000 liter, but in a double like tandem setup, and then a triple axle 22,000 liter. That's pretty cool. Pricing is comparable between those, and you do have hitches around towards the back, so you can make a little road train, which is very, very cool. Now you can throw, it says extension, however, I don't see any extensions being added. Maybe something around towards the inside, but I say, oh, so extension doesn't mean extension. Extension means it adds a grain door. Got it. You've also got a bell trailer version if you want them. We'll set up a couple different ones through there. It does look like those are going to be Trelleborg tires. And then, of course, the cover is a yes and a no. And yes, these options are the same on all trailers. Next one's kind of neat. This is the hand cart. So this will fit on one pallet. It says it's got 20 horsepower. I think you could probably ignore that. We know it's 1 human power, and 1 human is equating to 20 horses. 4 mile per hour max speed on here. It does have a max working speed too. I don't think we need that. We do have a couple different designs for the very bottom. Then you've got main color for the wood and design color for that red setup there. Let's go ahead and get ourselves one of these. Can we tap to it? That's what I'm going to be most interested in. Yes, we can. Start you in first person. You do still have to turn it on to move it. And it goes. Doesn't make any noise. So there is that. And it actually drives exactly the way I would expect. The front wheels stay planted and the rear wheels move. Very nice, very nice. You do have straps on there, which is very cool. Otherwise, there's nothing else going on with it. All the way back from Farming Simulator 17's Big Bud DLC, we have the Gregoire Basson Trailed Lifter. This is super duper handy and very, very helpful. Originally, it was meant to be used with the Gregoire Basson Humongo Plow with the Big Buds because they didn't have 3 points. And this worked well with that. But now you can use this with pretty much anything. Something like this is also how we were able to use bales with harvesters at the same time. Back in the day, at least. You can change up the chassis color, but that is about it. If you're like me and you love 404s, you're going to love this. However, if you like other wheels, well, there are none. Next up, the Silopress 33 is a 3.3 meter, 3 mile an hour, 2.8 ton. So close, missed mark there. Silage compactor. And it's almost that owl that hurts my eyes blue, but not quite. Also, no color options for this. If we jump over to chainsaws, we have the STIHL MS 500i. We have the MS 261 in the base game, but here you go with this one. Do we want to purchase it? Absolutely, I want to purchase it. And I want to make it go ring, ding, 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 ding. Yeah. And lastly, we've got the gas can. We've actually got quite a few of these already, so I'm a little surprised that this one passed testing, but hey, here you go. No options. It just is red. Petrol red, 100 liters. All right, moving over to some placeables. We have the Buildable Feedlot Pack from Schultz Money. Now, they just recently released their buildable pig pen, and this is basically the cattle version of that. It is also the cattle pen that I've been using on Riverbend Springs the past couple months. I've been doing a little bit of testing with it and things like that, and now it's finally here. It includes, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. Yeah, 6 things. Actually, 7, technically. Let's start in cow. So we have 2 of these. So you've got the first one right here, which has got really, really nice, shiny red fences. And then you've got another version right here with some kind of more darker fences and things like that. Another great thing is if you go into your fences, these are part of the base game. So are the rusted fences. So if you wanted to add on or anything like that, you can easily do it, build your own, whatever you want to do. It is possible. You can also build these out and put meadow grass in them, although I did not do that. Then you're going to need a storage for milk. And this is your milk storage right here. You need to put one of those down, and then this is for slurry. You need to put one of those down. And then you got to put a trigger down for them as well. I definitely recommend, at least from the way I've played, you can put one of each of these, like one on the left side, one on the right side, keep them separated from each other. But it will work together. So all you got to do is like you put them beside each other if you want. Pull up to this. You can fill up with slurry or milk, and you're good to go. If you're curious where these are, well, you're going to jump into the buildable section up here. At the top, you're going to have silo extensions, and then you'll want to add your milk thing. Overlaps with another object. There we go. You can put down multiples of these. It'll hold 1 million liters of milk. I would say similar goes for the slurry, but it doesn't. It holds 10 million liters. It's absolutely ridiculous. Then we got a couple other things. If you want the trigger for those in silos, you're going to have the trigger here. You can put multiple of these triggers down, but they only work with these two things. So one of the nice things that I like is you can put these anywhere you want and then just put the trigger wherever you need to. As long as the trigger connects to these, you're a-okay. Then you've got the place for the manure. This is what I use to build my own like manure in a pen. So you can like put it beside it and then build more fencing around it. I thought that was cool. The manure holds 4 million liters. Lastly, we have a decorative object. So we're going to go down here into decoration, go to others, and you're going to find it right here. It doesn't do anything. It's just the tire tank. So it'll be like putting water in, but you don't have to, which is kind of cool. If I'm honest. So here you go. We've got our cattle pen that we've put down, straw, slurry, TMR, etc., including that meadow. You know how we do. This is very cool. So excited for you guys to be able to use this. And if you don't modify it at all, it'll hold 1,000 head of cattle. Need any more convincing? Go download it and try it for yourself. You're going to love this. Next up, you got the honey pallet rack. This shelf will hold the honey pallets of honey produced in the hives. There's 2 designs available. You have old or new, and those can be customized. The old wood version is $100, and the new wood? Old wood. How do I say old and new? I'm an idiot. Anyway, here you go. There's your new wood version. The unfortunate thing is they only hold 6 pallets, but the good thing is it's going to take you like 10 years to get 6 pallets of honey. So there you go. How's about some production chains? First one's the Tyrolean Dairy. Love saying the word Tyrolean. It is a beautiful little building. Absolutely love it. Unfortunately, don't believe we're able to get in. At least we weren't able to open those doors around there. And I'm not able to open these either. I got to turn on the help window just to see. Open door. There we go. Finally, we're able to get in. So it looks like not all the doors will open, but one will. So you know what? I'll take one overall any day. This is going to be your production chain setup right here. Of course, you have buffalo milk in bottles, buffalo mozzarella, butter of buffalo milk. You get the idea. So there you go. Next production is going to be the flour production. The mill transforms grain into flour. The mill provides waste feed for the pigs. And well, that's about it, I guess. Let's come up here and check it out. So we have barley flour, oat flour, sorghum, and wheat. So really nothing insane through there, but it does give you pig feed. Not a lot, but I will say this. It's more than I expected to see, so that's pretty darn cool. I don't believe we have any interiors, so don't be expecting that. The pallets will spawn above where you would expect them to, so that's pretty cool. Taking a look around the building itself, looks very nice. I like the designs on it. I like that it doesn't look like a base game map, but still looks building, but still looks very, very good. I could see somebody that's building their own map utilizing this. I really like it. The only downside is going to be your capacities. If you're like me and you've got more than 200,000 liters of barley in a regular harvest, you may need 4 of these. Last production is going to be the industrial bakery. This is just a normal bakery at the end of the day. As you can see, we've got some nice windows all the way around. Can we open the doors? No, unfortunately not. Granted, most production chains you can't get in anyway, so I'm not really surprised they're here. Would be cool to open these doors though. That'd be a lot of fun. Let's check out what we could do. So we have bread from flour and rice flour, and then cake from flour and rice flour. Industrial doesn't quite do it justice. Doesn't hold a lot. Does hold 110,000 liters of flour and 82,000 liters of rice flour, and outgoing products are 55,000 and 10,000. But again, at least for the way that I play and things like that, it just doesn't quite hold enough. Some of my favorite silos are back. This is the pneumatic conveyor for grain silos. So we've actually got 2 little extensions down there, and then 3 silo systems depending on how high your building is. Now, if you remember, you may if you watched any of my Let's Plays, Court Farms. This is the silo system I used to buy the main farm cows on Court Farm. So if you remember that, that's what I used here. It's got some pretty cool stuff. We could fold up a few things. We could do a few things, which is very nice. We'll cut on the help menu, see what we can do. So disassemble the blower. So we've got that. And we come around here, disassemble the blower as well. So we've got that. Bam, bam. So you can delete it all, and it's just there. And we come back around, assemble everything, and we're ready to go. We also have two little pieces here. Now, I'm not quite sure how to use these pieces, but I know if you put this a little bit further away from a building, because in Farm Sim 22, you can get a little too close to a building with these. So you can kind of get a little further out or even build your own little bits and bobs. But I would definitely put the building down and then put the silos down and then go from there. It's a cool little system, but I'm a bit of an idiot, I guess. I couldn't figure out how to use these. Next is our Lizard Silo Pack. Now, there's also a mod for PC and Mac players today, the Weinzierl Silo Pack. We'll show off a picture of it later in the video, but I'm not going to be showing off options for it. It's the same thing as this, but instead of the lizard logo, it's got the Weinzierl logo. I don't know how to say that. This comes in many different, well, you know what? Here you go. Here's the logo. I don't know how to say that. There are a bunch in here. So we have a 6,000, an 8, 10, 12, 15, 18, 20,000, 22,000, 25,000, 31,000, and 43,000 liter capacity silos. Goodness gracious. Works very similar to the ones that we just showed off. However, these have their own tank. So there you go. Next, we got some more silos. This is the South Brazil Silos Pack. On here, we've got two different kind of setups. One's more of a concrete with that green, and then this one is more the brick with the red. However, the concrete and the brick are the only things that you could change. The red and the green are also changed. Yes. Are you confused? Let's take a look at it. In the options, we do have two models, and then you've got your color. Does that make sense? I should probably re-record this section, but I'm not going to. The smaller version is going to hold 200,000 liters. This is the larger version here. This holds 600,000 liters, so not an absolute massive amount, but I do think it's a little bit more on the realistic side than some of the other stuff that we get. So if you're looking for something like that, you've easily got it. So this is just kind of going to open up. It does look like somebody spilt a bunch of corn. I don't know, adds to the realism. I think it looks very, very cool. And then we'll spin around, and you're going to be getting everything from that pipe right there and this pipe here. Although I will say that the larger version is going to be a little bit more difficult to actually get it, because you're going to have to back up or pull in. This one's going to be a lot easier. The next mod is kind of like a build your own Bunkersilo pack. You've got tires, you've got wrap or cover, and then you've got multiple different setups for the Bunkersilos themselves. It's a whole lot easier just to show you everything, because there's a bunch of stuff in this pack. I didn't put it all down because it's going to take forever. But let's talk about it. So first things first, let's go over here to silos, and we're going to see these guys. So these are regular Bunkersilo. You got Bunkersilo large, medium, and small. And then we've got Freeland bunker, large, medium, and small. And then you just have the silo piles. It's just a pile of silo stuff. Then we make our way over to decorations. We'll jump down to the bottom here, and we'll have a lot of other different stuff. So we've got a cover plane. You've also got a cover sandbag set, cover wheels. Then you've got the pallet truck number 1, and sandbags old. You've also got a wheel set of just tires and sandbag pallet there. So a lot of really interesting stuff. These wheels just fell down when I can't. I thought I could grab these. They got the hand thing on them. How do I do this? DJ's confused. I've got pickup object, but I can't pick it up. Well, I guess we'll never know, huh? Moving on. Last silo is going to be the Polish fertilizer tank. This can be found in your containers. It'll hold 10,000 liters, and it's going to be of fertilizer. Let's come up here. Check it out. Liquid fertilizer only, so no herbicide in here. And we got some sheds for you. This one's going to be the Hall Workshop from 750 Ti Modding. They are always killing it, no matter what they put out. This one is no different. Very, very highly detailed. However, because it does have a workshop inside, it really should be in the tools category, as that's where buildings like this typically have gone. But yeah, you've got a hall end on one side and a workshop on the other. Not too bad. Next in sheds, we have the buildings package, and I believe that this is required for the map. Today we'll have to go back and take a look, but I do believe that this is a required mod. This is the only building that's going to be in sheds. If we take a look at this building over here, this is going to be, I believe it's either a cow barn or a workshop. Workshop. All right, there you go. So you've got a workshop area here, and you've got some small little areas in between there. So there you go. There's also these markers everywhere, and I'm guessing they talk about the gates and stuff like that. It is nice to see, but it's a little bit overused there. Then we've got this building here, which is for our cattle, so we can check that out. Let's see right here. Put up the ladder. Yes, please. Put up the ladder indeed. Hey! Now that's what I like to see, a way to get up top. This only holds 20 cows, so be aware of that. And if we swing around one more, you've got a house, which... open wardrobe. There we go. We have a house which, you guessed it, you can't go in. Next, the old shed pack. $15,000 for the one on the left and $17,000 for the one on the right. Both of them are going to cost $10 per day and no customization options. Next, we have Weighingstation, spelled as one word. That's how you know it's been translated from German. It's a weigh station, man. It's got a lot of decorations around. You've got a nice place to drive through right here in the front. Yeah. That's about all there is to it. It does look very, very nice, although I will say the weighing part itself is not very long. The second weigh station is the weighing house, and I think I remember seeing this mod in Farm Sim 22. However, I thought I could go in it then, but looks like not. Anyway, here you go. Next to last, you've got the farm houses. There's 3 houses in here. They're all a little bit different in color, but you know, it is what it is. But you can't go in them. So, is it really a house? And lastly, we have a new map for you guys. This is Polanki from Barnson V3. There are 5 required mods, 4 of which are from Barnson themselves, and the other one was from the buildings package that we talked about a little earlier. This map is a fictional map with a European style. A lot of strip fields, so heads up through there. Actually, I had a hard time finding what you get in new farmer mode because it just didn't show up very well, but 41, 44, and 23 there. There could be more, but I haven't seen any more green dots. As you can see, it is quite hilly in some places, quite flat-ish, but not completely in other areas, and the edge of the map fits very, very well, because I didn't even know I was at the edge of the map. I had to see those white fields to actually see it. Here is your main farm, and you're going to see a couple of the buildings that we already showed. As a matter of fact, you're going to see all of the buildings that are from that buildings package. They are all here on the main farm itself. Where are we? Well, we're at the top left-hand corner. Everything you need is right there. So we have a vehicle workshop up here, as well as a brick area. The vehicle workshop, I think, is a required mod. Yep, that also is a required mod. So you have 2 workshops beside each other. All right. Another one of the required mods is the buying slurry, manure, and lime. However, the slurry point is not on the map. Here's the manure point in the middle of nowhere. And then you've got the lime point way, way over here. If we visit that, this one's a little bit better. It's near a building, but still just a big old pile right here behind the shop. But for everything else, you could kind of take a picture of this if you want, or load up. You've got your crop calendar here, which is base game. We do have that brick cow barn, but they don't give you any cows in the base. As far as contracts, of course, there's plenty of those. There are 0 productions on the map, so be ready for that. And here is a quick overview of all of your own vehicles. And as always, here are your 5 required mods. So we do have one update for all platforms. However, it's new on consoles. It's not an update at all on PC, but you will need to update it. Does that make sense? This is the extended Forage Harvester pickup. Recently came out on PC. Now it's for all platforms. You can collect windrows of hay and straw with a Forage Harvester pickup header. Very cool. And your last mod today is a new one for PC and Mac players, the Weinzierl Silo Pack. This is exactly like the Lizard Silo Pack that we talked about earlier, so I'm not going to be showing it off twice. It's just got a different logo on it. And there you go. That is all of your new and updated mods that you need to know about for today. Hope you've enjoyed this one. Drop a like on it if you did. Get subscribed if you're new. And join the DjGoHam fam. Double those notifications. That way you never miss videos like this one. Double the notification. Yeah, you know what? Double the notifications. Double everything. I don't know. I hope you have an awesome day. Enjoy playing with mods. And we'll catch you in the next one.